progress or successes you have chalked, one or two that you can place your finger on, in as much as you say you don't want to, be.
Okay. Let me take this one angle. If you look, for example, now at the major international process where governments take decisions about social development, poverty and gender equality, SOCIALWATCH has become one of the main reference points in the UN system for seeking views from civil society organizations. There's an index, okay, that SOCIALWATCH developed, okay, on gender and poverty, which has been taken by some UN organizations and adapted for use. So this is a point of it. So even the analytical framework that some key international agencies use for dealing with gender and inequality has been contributed to by the work of SOCIALWATCH, which means that the information that is collected to try and see, who is being impacted in what way for policy response, SOCIALWATCH has made a very difference. And you can point to a number of resolutions adopted at various international meetings where SOCIALWATCH has made interventions which have influenced, the position that government has taken. I can point, for example, to 2000, when there was a review of the Copenhagen Social Development Summit implementation. This was the Copenhagen +5 in Geneva. That was a meeting where what have now come to be known as the MDGs were first outdoors. It came out as something called the International Development Goals, in a document co-signed by the head of the OECD, the World Bank, and Kofi Annan as head of the UN. And it was subjected to withering criticism by the NGOs there, including pointing out that in terms of process, there's something very odd for a document co-authored primarily by the OECD actually and the World Bank, which was trying to water down the commitments made in all the conferences into those objectives, should be smuggled into the decision making of the UN without proper discussion. So I made a statement on behalf of the African Caucus and the SOCIALWATCH in that which we listed our concern, addressing the plenary of the heads of the state government and foreign ministers. And after I spoke, a number of heads of African delegations came. I remember the Namibian Prime Minister and a number of people. And that meeting, those interventions were critical in the subsequent processes that led to the IDGs not being adopted as they were, to further refinement before they became, the MDGs. Okay. Now, why is it? This is easier to track because of the nature of global decision making. There are these third-piece conferences. They are draft documents, and everybody gathers around the document and tries to change the word. So even an NGO coalition can draft new language and go and meet with a powerful actor. Let's say I can draft language and take it to the Ghana delegation. And so we think that this paragraph can be written this way. And if the Ghana government is happy with that paragraph, they will take it and take it. So you can actually track the way in which you can influence global decision making through documentation in a way that it is more difficult to track domestic decision making unless the policy makers will say that we met with SOCIALWATCH and after that meeting we decided it is time to do something about inequality. So I think that different fora provide different mechanisms for influencing policy and therefore make it easier to track influence on decision making in different ways at different levels. So I can give you these examples, for example.